Man, how many states have currently got flooding going on? It's the Carolinas, Texas, Illinois, I think, had flooding, and now you got New Jersey. Like, this is like, for me, it's getting to the point now where, questions have to be asked about the people in charge. Like, are the towns and cities designed to cope with this kind of flooding? Is there enough drainage? Are there enough, drainage systems to move the water underground and then away from the streets and stuff? Because it's happening a lot. Like in the space of what, 8 days now since the 4th of July, I feel like almost every day there's been huge amounts of flooding. And look at this photo here. Like you've got it looks like a car dealership. You know, this person might lose hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of merchandise here. It's pretty crazy what's going on, isn't it? Whoa, look at this.
Yeah.
That car is being washed away. This is crazy. Oh my God. What the hell is going on? Or is it the same water from the Carolinas and Texas that's, now affecting New Jersey, or is this a completely separate thing? Like, because this is crazy. It's like a river has like burst free.
Heavy thunderstorms unleashed torrents over New Jersey, overwhelming towns and cities along the E95 corridor. Streets filled rapidly, storm drains backed up, and transit systems ground to a halt.
So the storm drains got backed up. But can't they be made bigger?
Flash floods surged into neighborhoods, transforming roads into impassable rivers.
Okay, all right. We have been to all 20 streets. Okay, all right, I think we're good for now.
Rain fell at an alarming pace, with some areas receiving up to 7 inches in a single night. Entire intersections vanished beneath brown floodwater as sirens echoed in the distance. Union County was especially hard hit.
Dude, like I can see why some people might think this is like an act of God. Like, because the amount of flooding that's happening simultaneously, it just doesn't feel normal, does it? It just doesn't feel normal.
With several towns inundated within minutes.
Wow, look at that! Crazy.
You don't understand, it's gonna go straight into those cars and all of those.
no.
Wow, this is ridiculous.
Oh no.
Oh. It didn't hit the car though.
This isn't rain. This can't just be rain.
No, I'm saying I don't think the dumpster hit the car. The dumpster!
Not the dumpster.
Emergency alerts buzzed across phones, urging people to seek higher ground and avoid travel. Officials warned against entering basements or flooded roadways as rivers and creeks surged out of their banks. Online updates guided residents through evacuation and shelter protocols.
I mean, this is just ridiculous. It looks like rapids. This looks like, someone, this doesn't look like a street, which is, you know, this is a street. Yeah, it looks like an ocean.
Douchebag if I've ever seen one. Oh my
Wow,
God.
I've not seen anything like this. Like,
My windows are flying back up. You're about to be in the water.
A state of emergency was declared as roads disappeared beneath the storm's onslaught. Authorities closed off major highways, including stretches of US 22, I-78, and NJ Turnpike exits. Traffic was halted, detoured, or turned back as water levels kept rising.
Oh my God, look at all this stuff. Everybody's garbage cans. Look at the garbage cans.
I mean, if you live in a house near this road, I really hope that you've got like a good amount of food, at least a few days worth of food, ideally a week's worth of food, because I mean, you're not driving anywhere. Like you might not even be able to get to your car. Like if that's your car, like how are you going to get to you can't drive it anywhere anyway. You can't drive it. Who's going to deliver you food in these conditions? Like DoorDash ain't going to deliver food like in this. It's impossible. Crazy.
In towns like Scotch Plains, Watchung, and Roselle Park, streets turned into rushing streams that swallowed cars whole. Water slammed into garages, porches, and storefronts, lifting manhole covers and snapping small trees.
Live from Plainfield, New Jersey. This is Leland and 3rd. This is what's going on now in Plainfield.
Show una alarma. Wow.
This is mental. This is deep enough to swim in. Like, am I wrong? This looks easily deep enough to swim in.
Wow.
Cannot see all the flooding. That's how bad it is. This is the worst it's been since several years ago.
New Jersey Transit reported massive disruptions with delays on buses, light rail, and trains. Subway stations in New York City saw stairwells cascade with runoff and platforms partially submerged. Travelers stood in shock as service ground to a standstill with no end in sight.
Like, what do? Do you just wait for the water to eventually go away, or do you actively pump it, you know, to other places? Like, I don't know how, because I've never dealt with this before. Like, it doesn't really happen here. I don't know why it doesn't happen. Maybe we don't get as much rain as somewhere like New Jersey. But yeah, how do you get rid of all this water?
Ay, ese animalito. Métale las patas y no se le queda.
Airports across the region were thrown into disarray as ground stops took effect. Flights were delayed or cancelled at Newark, JFK, and LaGuardia, with passengers stranded by closed roadways. Runways glistened with standing water as crews raced to keep terminals open.
Wow, This car is fully in the water. That engine is cooked. For sure. Oh my God, look at that car. It almost doesn't look real, does it?
Water rescues became a familiar scene across Union County as stranded drivers waited on rooftops and hoods.
My God.
Emergency teams used ropes, boats, and even front loaders to bring people to safety.
It almost doesn't even look real. It almost looks like a movie set. Like, what's that movie, Day After Tomorrow, where nature turns against humanity? Like, this is crazy.
Dozens were rescued from submerged vehicles in Plainfield and Scotch Plains.
Yeah, Tara, I know. I just want to get home, too. I really want to get home. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Tony.
What happened?
What the heck? No way. Look at this. This is insane.
Shelters opened across North Plainfield and neighboring towns as entire streets became inaccessible. Recreation centers filled with evacuees as roads flooded in all directions. Local officials urged residents to stay put and wait for help to arrive rather than risk moving.
We're probably looking at like millions and millions of dollars worth of damage here. Easily. The cars, the property, like if that water gets into the foundations and all of the rot that's going to cause, millions, easily millions.
Some cars were found floating near storefronts, while emergency vehicles were themselves overwhelmed. Residents described water climbing up to car windows in seconds, leaving no time to escape. Several emergency responders had to be pulled from rising water mid-mission.
The worst it's been is all the way down past 7th Street. Cars are getting stuck. It is horrible out here. On St. Mary's, they're parking up on the cemetery property. People are parking in the cemetery.
Man, like how many more places is this going to happen to? It just feels like every day there's a new state that's, having just crazy flooding. And the fact it's happening in the middle of summer as well makes it even more weird. Like this should be like an autumn thing, a fall or a winter thing. Doesn't feel like this should be happening in summer, should it? In like the middle of July.
Though widespread destruction was clear, no fatalities had been reported by emergency agencies.
That's a relief.
Power outages remained limited, as winds were not a major factor in the storm's intensity. Damage assessments began even as rain continued to fall sporadically across the region.
Look over there, dude. That was a whole barrier at one point, bro. in the pinned comment.
What was he thinking?
Not the dumpster.
I mean, you know what he was thinking? He was thinking, I'm the douchebag who's going to move the dumpster and make everybody pay for my stupidity.
Meteorologists blamed the
Yep, I'm not surprised. Literally deep enough to take your boat out.
flooding on a stationary front, combined with summer humidity. With the storm stalled in place, rain continued to dump over the same areas for hours. Forecasts warned of continued risk, with showers lingering through the coming days.
We're not really going nowhere no time soon. Look at this water. Look at this water coming down East 3rd. Look at this water.
I know they said it's rain, but it's hard to believe this is just rain. Like, we're looking at, this is like a river's worth of water here.
Flood watches extended through the night as rivers threatened to spill further into towns. The Passaic River and Saddle River both approached critical levels as officials monitored banks. Municipal alerts cautioned that conditions could worsen with little notice.
Dude, this is, it's getting really, really crazy and weird a little bit. Just the amount of flooding that's happening simultaneously throughout America. And it's not just one area, it's multiple states kind of spread around. New Jersey, like all the way in the East Coast, you got Texas, you've got Carolina, further south, you know, Illinois. It's just happening all over the place. You know, hopefully the West Coast just stays unaffected, like, or at least I think it's unaffected because I've not heard of any flooding happening in the West Coast. But man, is this not getting a bit weird now with the amount of flooding, and it's happening back to back to back? Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoy my videos, please help me out by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.